What if a temple built over 2,000 years ago holds the blueprint of a lost civilization, one that predates even ancient Egypt? Hidden in the heart of Egypt, on the west bank of the Nile, stands the majestic Temple of Edfu. At first glance, it appears to be just another relic of the Ptolemaic period. But within its massive sandstone walls lies something far more mysterious, something that has baffled historians and researchers for generations. The temple is dedicated to Horus, the falcon-headed god, and is one of the best preserved ancient monuments in all of Egypt. Yet what truly sets it apart is a set of cryptic inscriptions carved into its inner walls, texts that tell a story not of gods and rituals but of knowledge, ancient, advanced, and entirely out of place. These inscriptions are collectively known as the Edfu Building Texts. Unlike typical temple records that recount religious ceremonies or pharaohs' achievements, the Edfu texts claim to describe the creation of the world. But more startlingly, they speak of a mythical island destroyed in a cataclysm, whose survivors brought with them the knowledge to build civilization anew. According to the texts, these survivors, referred to as the Shebtu, or the builder gods, arrived in Egypt and began constructing sacred structures according to precise cosmic principles. They built not just with stone, but with sacred knowledge, blueprints based on the stars. But who were these builder gods? Were they merely symbolic figures? Or were they echoes of a forgotten race lost in the sands of time? Researchers have long debated the meaning of these inscriptions. Some argue they are pure myth, the imagination of ancient priests weaving cosmology into temple walls. But others believe these texts are a coded record of real events, a memory of a pre-dynastic civilization, perhaps even survivors of Atlantis. The Edfu texts, they describe sacred architecture, energy grids, and knowledge of the cosmos. They mention measuring instruments alignments with celestial bodies and a master plan based on something called the primordial mound, a concept that's eerily similar to ziggurats, pyramids, and other megalithic structures found all around the world. And then there's the language itself. Written in these complex hieroglyphs, the texts use a form of expression that's really unlike other Egyptian writings, filled with metaphor, sacred geometry, and these obscure references to lost lands. It's as if the builders of Edfu wanted to preserve this knowledge, but only for those who could truly understand it. One part of the text refers to the island of the egg, a mythical origin point, destroyed in a great flood. Does this align with global flood myths? Could the Shebtu have been global navigators or survivors from a sunken land like Plato's Atlantis? So, there is no physical evidence, no bones, no tools, no ruins from these so-called builder gods. But honestly, the temple itself is a monument to their legacy. Its dimensions, placement, and design mirror star charts and solstices with an accuracy that would be impossible without, some advanced understanding of astronomy. If the Edfu texts are to be believed, then humanity's story didn't begin in Sumer or the Nile Valley. It began in a forgotten world, erased by catastrophe, preserved only in the hidden texts of this ancient temple. Why would the priests of Edfu go to such lengths to inscribe a myth? And why cloak their message in such mystery? The truth remains buried, perhaps deliberately. Could we be looking at the last whispers of a vanished world? Or are we simply not yet ready to understand what they left behind? This is the mystery of the Temple of Edfu, an enigma etched in stone, and perhaps a key to a forgotten chapter of our own origin.